division. Would you say the old kids of short course racing?
The older kids are the mod carts, I'd say, the older kids.
So we have 13 entries. Here's our lineup on the front row. We got Mikey Childress picking up right where he left off 1 season ago in the 484. Alongside is Jaden Manchester in the 423. Row 2 inside, Olive Hoover in the 488. Chris Collinsworth in the 459. And our top 5 in qualifying this morning had put on one hell of a show. One of those was the 425 Brody Glaze and the 499 of Lake Adler. That's in row 3. Row 4 inside, Ian Torfey in the 489. Yeah, that's the Ian we were talking about earlier today. Alongside is Talon Pike in the 422. Zach Bruckner is in the 430 alongside the 427 of Taj Willis. In that 11th spot, 6th row inside, Luke Dawson in the 410 and Haley Collinsworth in the 444s. And finally, in that 13th spot, would be Kylie Collinsworth in the 479. 13 entries for the junior kart division and 10 laps. And Hope responds back, "Hi, Scott. My parents and I are watching the races in Appleton." Oh, she meant she's watching our races from Appleton.
Ah.
Heck, she knows what I mean, though. It's because there's a very famous asphalt track in Kaukauna, which is just north of Appleton.
Exactly that is, yeah.
And I thought maybe they were there for some sort of races, and she was watching us at the same time. So hope,
I know Gulfstream Jets are there.
Oh yeah, not far from my sister's place. Yeah, and they're expanding. Oh my gosh, talk about a couple of big buildings there.
I want a Gulfstream.
Yeah, I want to win the lottery too, which it would take that.
You got to buy a Gulfstream.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get them run around. We should see that beautiful Honda. Now, you got to love those new Hondas really coming out swinging, the Honda Talon platform that they have. They know they've had some success in Baja and their two-seaters. You know, the Ridgeline several times with Proctor have taken wins.
Yeah, what do you think of that new off-road program, the racing program that Honda put together?
I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's great. You know, I think there's going to be a lot of good
They got
stuff.
some names, not only behind the wheel, but they got some names running the program.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's a good thing. I know Ethan.
It's kind of like the Rough Riders of the UTV world.
Yeah, that's right.
Green flag is out. We're underway into turn 1.
Wow, did you see them jockeying 3-4 wide?
Lake Adler already went 3 wide at the line, trying to make it work on the outside through turn 1, and it looks like he may have done just that as he's worked his way from, I want to say, 6th spot
to 4th.
To 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a bad job there.
He's like, I'm tired of getting tight. You know, he knows, his dad knows too. You got to get up there, and that's one of the things. You get out, establish your position. And then at the comp caution, you make the rest of your moves on the second half of the race.
You do exactly as much as you can do at the start, that first couple corners.
Yep.
And he did just that. Now he's getting pressure. Let's see, who is that? I can't.
Is that
Is that Taj? I want to say it's Taj Willis. I saw a 7.
422.
Nope, 422.
Yeah, Taylor Pike. Yeah. So
another buddy of mine from the Midwest checked in. Austin Bolson is watching. Hey, Austin. Hey, man, what exactly are you doing right now?
Shoveling snow.
Adler up in that 3rd spot. He's now in the podium position.
And look at this, Olive Hoover in their secondary move there. I know Jaden Manchester was doing good, the new Vision Canopy driver. He was driving for RV Med and our EVMD and Echo Kart Services. Great to see Jaden out here.
And I have a funny feeling we're going to see something from Lake Adler in the next half a lap or so because he's on the move going after 2nd.
That just sucks. Seeing a couple of front drivers, they were running up front, getting shuffled to the back. And it looks like I got one just coasted, Scott. 427, Taj Willis. He had an issue too.
I'll tell you right now, I'm keeping my eye on Lake Adler running in 3rd because he's gaining on 2nd of Olive Hoover.
Lake's one of those young drivers that we've watched, and
Started
like
slow.
and then all of a sudden, you see it click.
I'm not afraid. Yeah, the light bulb goes off, and obviously you can see it.
I've seen that with Jaden. I've seen that with Mikey Childress too.
Yeah. Yep.
Mikey, when he was first started out, he kind of struggled, and all of a sudden, like you said, the light bulb, ding. Oh, I get it now.
Yeah, Lake Adler is definitely catching second place. Oh, and Hope checks in again. She goes, Scott. It's known as WIR, Wisconsin International Raceway. That track in the Appleton area. Yeah. So Hope, I stand corrected. But thank you for that.
I do love that airport in Appleton. It's easy.
Oh yeah. What, 2 terminals?
Yeah, it's so easy. All right, here they come down the front straightaway once again. Mikey Childress.
Oh, man.
Lake Adler hounding back in third place. Followed by Talon Pine, Brody Glaze, Kylie Collinsworth, Ian Torphy, Zach Rupner, Chris Collinsworth, Haley Collinsworth.
I'm telling you right now, Lake Adler setting up Olive Hoover for the pass. He's been inside outside now, looking at the lines in the last 3 turns. And the best part of this, he's got one of the best short course drivers, now desert racers out there spotting for him.
It helps a little.
little, just a few miles under his belt.
Well, it's like you see that, like some of our drivers that we have now that spot for other teams or other classes, so they bring in a fresh perspective. When you got a dad that's a race car driver,
yeah,
and Greg's a mellow dude. So
yeah. So there's the competition yellow coming up. We're gonna collect the field behind that Holland Talon and come back to green flag racing, and then my buddy Austin checks in and goes, "Yeah, WIR is exactly a mile from me."
Oh, that's cool.
He hasn't said anything about if he was shoveling snow yet or not.
Wisconsin gets, I think they get.
This is getting kind of ridiculous, though.
This time of year.
Yeah.
After Easter.
Yeah. But it's still not Memorial Day.
That's true. Heck, we're going to be skiing until July 4th in Mammoth, so.
Yeah.
What, 700 plus inches of snow up there? Drought, huh?
Yeah. Ugh. I have a funny feeling we're going to see something very interesting at this green flag.
I think you're right.
Especially looking at seeing how that third place car was moving the way it was. Lake Adler likes going to that outside. We'll see what happens.
So again, big shout out to Bergerson Heat and AC and Solar and Plumbing, and Toyota Redlands, awarding qualifying cash to each of these classes today and tomorrow that we've seen with these kids. So that's always great to see.
I got to call out our production staff. They really did a job setting us up at the booth here. They struggled so hard to get everything working.
It wasn't anything they did. It was power issues.
Yeah. And there we have it. This is how you do a restart. Bumper to bumper to bumper all the way back.
That's nobody was sleeping on the start, Scott.
Yeah, third. Oh, man, here it comes, turn 2.
Hoover looking low on Childress. Childress at the inside line coming into the right-hander. She's going to tuck in behind Adler. And look at this, Talon right back there too. Talon Pike in the black and pink machine through the chicane section. Kind of whipping around there. Got to get a smart setup there because it's a big, long left-hand sweeper, so you got to be in the right spot. You can't just slide across that chicane and think you're set up. You kind of think it out and then come sweeping around.
There goes Adler on the outside. Adler outside of Olive Hoover through turn 1, still on the outside, trying to make that line work. He passed a lot of cars on that first lap doing that outside line and had to check up a little bit, falls back into third.
You know, we talked about those drivers that the light bulb clicked. Olive Hoover, one of those too. She has really progressed over the last year into this season. tell by their driving styles already. All three of these drivers.
There'll be 2 laps remaining, this time by the flag stand. Top 3 have pulled away from the rest of the field, about 15 car lengths or so. And Lake Adler, he sure likes his front straightaway and going into turn 2. There he goes again to the outside of Olive Hoover. No. Checks up a little bit. Now watch that outside entrance, inside exit right here. There he goes. Inside. Oh, he tagged her a little bit.
I think that's when you probably want to set up on the outside so you can get your position and get you into the inside line coming on the right-hander.
He's just a little off. Oh, our leader over-rotates.
Oh.
That was close. Just shy of the point of no return.
I saw the rallycross there. That was like almost a Scandinavian scrub coming into that turn. It's a flick and twist.
So I believe the white flag, yep, there it is. The white flag is coming out. One more shot. Once again, Lake falls in right behind Olive Hoover. That's the battle for second. Our top 3 have pulled away from the rest of the field considerably. Oh man, 3 wide, further back in the pack. There was some contact made. 1 car off the track was able to get back on as we have 1 turn remaining for our top 3. Still up for grabs for that podium. And a little bit of contact made between 4th and 5th. That's Talon Pike and Ian Torfey. And here come our leaders toward the checkered flag. Mikey Childress extends that win streak. Olive Hoover second. Lake Adler very close back in 3rd. As Talon Pike, Ian Torfey are top 5. Chris Collinsworth, Kylie Collinsworth 6th and 7th. Brody Glaze, Zach Bruckner 8th and 9th. And as the rest of the field comes through, it'll be Haley Collinsworth in the top 10, along with Luke Dawson and the rest of the field. So once again, we're going to send Dave Arnold down trackside to the podium and have a quick word with our top 3 finishers in our Junior 2 division. For the fans back at home, they're getting some really cool camera angles and camera shots right now of our 3 drivers and their crews and family down towards the podium. Let's get up to the podium there, gang. We don't want Dave Arnold to sweat too much out there in that sun.
I'm not going to sweat. It's so beautiful. Got a nice little breeze. Mikey, good job. Lake, killer job. Olive, damn girl, kicking some butt. All right, here we go. We've got Lake Adler. Lake, what a great start. You got like 4 or 5 cars right on the start there into third.
Yeah, it was crazy. I can't believe I just went outside, and I never expect to pass anyone. Then later we passed the Vision Camp Ponies guy, and then I later said to myself, my dad was telling me to pass Olive, and I was saying, listen, we already got a good podium spot. Let's stay with it. Or if I accidentally hit her, which I did, it could have been worse, and I could have never got a podium.
That better than both of you taking out, right?
Yeah, and I could have never got a podium, so I needed to do this.
Well, you had one heck of a race. Good job, young man. And then you get some people to thank.
Raceline Wheels, Fluid Logic, Liquimolly, Odyssey Battery, Rigid, Raceline, and especially Off-Road Warehouse, my dad, Dylan, my mom and my dad, and Fox and Elevate Suspension.
Give it up for this young man right there. So impressive, Lake Adler. The great run. But talk about this young lady. A great young. Well, she deserves this $100 gift certificate to K&N and all of this. Talk about this race. You had Lake Energy, you guys. That start was insane from turn 1 to turn 2. Why don't you tell me a little bit about it?
So Mikey just kept pulling away, and I would try to stay with him, but then I would lose him every single time on turn 6. I was just trying to follow his lines, but it was a good race. Not a lot of action for me, just kind of walking him and just staying in the same spot.
And your elbows out there saying, can't pass me?
Yeah.
Well, it was a good run, and then you get some people to thank for that.
My dad, Zach Coates, Sunset Design, my mom, Esparco, my sister Amelia, my sister Penelope, Calvin for the track, and yeah.
Give it up for this young lady. A great race. Olive Hoover, everybody. Moving on over here. Before I stop it right here. Everybody, give me a big happy birthday, Mikey. Happy 13th birthday. What a way to spend your birthday on top of the box, Mikey. Talk about this race because, boy, you had these two chasing you down. You had to keep that speed up. You felt the pressure, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, there was a lot of pressure. My dad was just saying, just run it clean, don't make any mistakes, and this is your race to lose. So we were able to just keep it clean, not make any mistakes, and bring it home to the checkered flag.
Well, it was really crazy, and then that restart, boy, they were right on your bumper.
Yeah, no, my dad was like, you just gotta I don't even know what to say, but it was, he was just like, keep calm and just don't worry about them, and we were able to do that.
You did a great job, and I know you got a lot of people to thank, a lot of people behind you.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, my grandpa for prepping all my bodies, my grandma, my aunt, Mountain Highs, City Service Paving, Blended Canna, MPI, Seal Savers, Toys for Trucks, and I think that's it.
Give it up for that young man standing tall on top of the box, Mikey Childress. And one more time, give it up for Lake Adler, Olive Hoover, and Mikey Childress, the birthday boy.
Well, thanks a lot, Dave. Yeah, I was just about to say congratulations to those young drivers, man. They put on a great show. I'm actually watching a little bit of the rush going on in Kentucky right now. Dude, we are talking about major mud out there. I'm looking at some of these 4400 cars. At least I think that's what they are. It's hard to tell. But I don't know if there's a weight limit on these things, Dave. But either way, if there is or isn't, they got to be weighing probably 400 or 500 pounds more than when they started the race. There's so much mud caked on these 4,400 cars. But, yeah, as we get ready for our next race, which are the mini stocks, I had to take a look at what's going on out there in Kentucky. And we've got 6 cars entered in. So it looks like we got the Bolson boys. Now watch it with Austin and Kyle. Thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in. We got the mini stocks coming up next. Basically, there's a couple of them that look like they ran the old Soda Class 7S's back in the day. Wow. Kyle Bolson just checks in. Now, Dave, check this out. He's watching from a small town way north of Green Bay, from Pembine, Wisconsin. They had snow flurries about an hour ago. So we're talking probably Pembine, maybe an hour straight north of Green Bay. Probably a half hour, 45 minutes north of Dirt City. It snowed about an hour ago, I guess.
Yeah, that's no fun.
So here's as we get ready to come out on track with our brand new Toyota Pace truck, courtesy of Toyota of Redlands. Here's our lineup real quick. 6 trucks coming out onto the track. We got Brent Veenstra in the 70, Anthony Chusey in the number 1, Robert Orr in the 15, Bill Madigan in the 57, Justin Miller in the 99, and Hunter. Okay, how do you pronounce that? Lars Zelleray? Lars Zelleray?
Lazalier?
There's an R in there, though. Lars Zelleer? Is it Lars Zelleer? Okay.
Lars Zelleer.
That makes sense. Yeah. All right.
I was like, there's could be an I, and it could be an E, it could be.
But a guaranteed mistake.
Yeah, or a guaranteed screw up.
Man, that is a sharp little Toyota.
It is. That looks
Gosh,
good. I like
dang it.
actually the red and the gray with the black.
But it's a complete wrap. There's a design in the black part,
Oh, I didn't see that.
front end. Yeah.
Is it Toyota Redlands? Is it ghosted?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. But people might look at the Bill Madigan entry, that red, white, and blue. They might call that the